noise that surrounds a confined space. Okay, just a com check. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much.
Yes, Doctor.
Is my connection lagging? I hope not.
No, just fine.
Okay, right. Thank you. Okay, so this is where we are going to look into the third equipment. Okay, that is the light level lux meter. If we do have a face-to-face lab session, okay, that was planned before the COVID pandemic. Okay, this is where we require the students, right, to take or to measure the light level basically at the examination hall. Okay, at the examination hall, and we would like to see what is the lux level, right, of the location of a student sitting in the middle of the examination hall, that is right directly under the lamp, and those students sitting at the side walls, okay, whereby it is a bit dim there, right? So this is where we would like the students to measure that and to see whether it is sufficient enough or not, and to discuss what are the possible interventions or possible improvements, okay, that they could suggest, and also what are the effects, okay, to the students, okay, to the human operators sitting, okay, at the side walls compared to those sitting in the middle of the hall. Right. So in this third equipment, the light level lux meter, or I just call it the lux meter, right? So basically, accurate and quantifiable measurement of light is essential in creating desired outcomes in practical day-to-day applications as well as unique applications, right? So if you are an interior designer, okay, lighting plays a very major role in your interior designs, right? You want the room to be very glooming, or you want it to be a bit dull, a bit sleepy, a bit cozy, a bit relaxed. So this is where lighting plays a big role, right? So from measuring the amount of light in a workspace surface to ensuring emergency exits, okay, to have proper illumination, light measurement analysis is an important step in ensuring efficiency and safety, all right? So there's certain color codings, okay, certain luminosity that is required for certain signage, right? So this is where the level of light, lux meter, the level of lux of the light is very, very important. So to perform these measurements, technicians often use of lux meters, which are specialized devices that measure the intensity of light falling on a surface, or we call it the lux, right? Examples of practical uses of lux meters include checking for lighting system adequacy in office spaces, right? So without using lights, without using any lamps or any light resources, it's like going to rain over here. I need to switch on the light of my room for a while. Okay, I'm increasing the lux of my room because it's a bit cloudy over here in section 23. It looks like it's going to rain, right? So I'm switching on the light, okay, of my room basically, right? So going back to the lightings, right, that we use, okay, normally during daytime we do use natural lighting, but sometimes the natural lightings are not sufficient enough, okay, not sufficient enough due to maybe the openings, the windows, okay, or the weather outside. If it is a very hot sunny day, like half an hour just now, 1:30, okay, at 1:30 p.m. just now, it was very hot outside, okay, panas lit orang panggil, but a couple of minutes it's turning into a bit cloudy outside. So the room that I'm in now, it's a bit dark. That's why I switch on the lights. Okay, so sometimes natural lighting is not adequate enough. So this is where we need to include more lightings to illuminate the room. Right, so not everyone has a corner office which affords them a sea of natural light. So most offices and buildings supplement daylight with synthetic lighting during working hours, right? They use natural daylight. So increasing the level of illumination enable people to work safely and efficiently, okay, especially when you are in an assembly line. Sometimes in an assembly line, you don't have adequate lighting, so this is where there are tendencies for your workers, for the human operators, to make mistakes. Okay, to assemble, okay, the parts and components incorrectly. Okay, because they are not being provided with sufficient lighting, right? And this sometimes a bit dim light, okay, insufficient of lightings will create some sort of relaxed, sleepy mood, right? So this will somehow will affect the human operators. Maybe will make their eyes becomes fatigued much more faster, okay, and maybe will lead to you know, accidents, maybe, right? And this is where again light is very important. Okay, so increasing level of illumination enable people to work safely, right? So light meters are used to ensure that the light levels fall within a certain level where it is bright enough but not too bright to cause glare, right? So there are certain ranges. So those who have completed, okay, or currently is doing the lab 1 and also lab 2 report, okay, so I do expect that you put in what are the range, okay, the range of permissible noise, okay, that human operators could be exposed to. Okay, and this is where in the discussion you do discuss whether that particular case study, okay, uh, the noise at the particular case study or the air quality at that particular case study, okay, is within the range of, within the safe range, being stipulated maybe by certain standards or authorities, right? Or is it exceeding or below, okay, the range? So this is something that you can discuss in your discussion of your lab report. Okay, now, in fact, lux meters can be used to help enhance in productivity. Okay, just now I've told you about the workers, because having the correct level of lighting means that workers experience less fatigue, okay, especially in terms of eye fatigue, and consequently higher efficiency. So regardless of the application, lighting is not always easy to create effectively, right? Because there are many factors that influence lighting, such as the type of lighting used and any atmospheric conditions that may be happening. Okay, lighting is a complex and difficult aspect of many light-sensitive jobs, okay, especially in photography, right? Lighting is very important. Okay, luckily, light meters are small and can be used at multiple points throughout the process or area, which means that lighting systems can be set up so that they best utilize natural light, but also so that lighting conditions are optimal for the specific job or application. Okay, do you know Taj Mahal? Anyone knows Taj Mahal? 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah.
Where is it located?
India.
In India, right. Have you been there? Anyone have been to Taj Mahal? I need word to mouth testimonial. Yeah, I haven't been to Taj Mahal also, right? Would love to go to there. Okay, basically it is a tomb lah, right? Kubur sebenarnya kan. Okay, seorang husband to his wife, right? Orang kata what? Tanda cinta sejati, something like that, right? But if you look at why it is being one of the 7 wonders of the world, okay, I'm not sure. This one I haven't read something on it. Okay, I just hear it from mouth to mouth lah. Okay, what makes Taj Mahal? Okay, if you are here in my room, basically my downlight is blinking. Tu nak habis nyawa tu, right? Okay, so what's the uniqueness of this Taj Mahal? Okay, this one I heard from what word. Maybe I can Google after this. Maybe you can Google after this also about this. I'm not sure. But why is it so nice? Is it so unique? Is that the Taj Mahal is being built from what? Anyone? If you did some general readings, siapa tahu? Taj Mahal is being built from what? What type of stone? Marble. Yes, marble. Batu marma. Right. Okay. That's one thing. That's one thing. And just imagine that enormous building was being built at that year. Not sure what year was that. okay, with no high-tech tools, okay, right? But I heard something about Taj Mahal, okay, when I learned about ergonomics, about this illumination of lightings, whatnot. So what I heard was, okay, in Taj Mahal, what was the Sultan's name? What was the name?
Shahjahan.
Shahjahan, yes, Shahjahan. Shahjahan or Shahjahan? Shahjahan. Shahjahan built that. Basically, at that time, they don't have any electricity. They don't have these lightings and whatnot, right? So the design was being built based on natural lighting. And how did the whole Taj Mahal being lit up, okay, with lights, okay, means that it is bright inside, is because of the reflection of the marbles, right? Because of the reflection of the marbles, this from the natural lighting, right? Maybe from several segmented, special segmented marbles being located at maybe very precise locations. So this is where the light that comes in into Taj Mahal is being reflected and somehow lightens up the area. Right? So this is something very genius. Okay, something very unique. Right? So a house could be light up, okay, with only using reflection from the light. Okay, I'm not sure about this. Maybe you can Google that. Okay, and do further readings. Okay, maybe I'll be also doing some further readings to verify this information. But I heard it from mouth to mouth, not from any literatures. Right. So this is again related to our experiment today of the equipment. This is where we could somehow measure the level of light, level of lux in an confined room, okay, to see whether the light inside there is sufficient enough or not. All right, going to the objectives, same as the previous two lab sessions. So you are, as usual, going to conduct a hypothetical or theoretical lab work, okay, based on other people's case studies, okay, journals, right, from reliable, okay, databases like Scopus, Science Direct, or IEEE, right? And then among others, okay, you should know what are the components, okay, functions of the complete system of the lux meter. Okay, you should be able, okay, to use the portable lux meter. Okay, that's why you have the section of step-by-step procedure. Okay, I'll um, I'll be commenting something on that after this, right? And the final one, you should be able to analyze the results, okay, put some discussions and also some conclusions, okay, on the case studies that you have found, okay, from the literatures. Okay, so these are some of the lux meters available. It is a handheld type of lux meter, right? And there are many brands out there. There are many brands out there, and basically the function is to measure the level of light, okay, in a particular room or in a confined space. Right. So these are some of the lighting levels. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting from you, okay, to put into your discussion, right? Put into your discussions or into anywhere that you think, okay, my downlight has dimmed off. Okay. So you can put it anywhere you think in your lab report, okay, that is appropriate, okay, just to show that what are the level of lightings, okay, that is required for certain tasks, right? So you can see here, okay, for TV viewing, you need a very low lux. For example, you are in a cinema, so normally it will be dim, okay, inside the cinema because everyone is going to focus on the screen. So you don't need any lightings, basically. You only need the lightings for the in a cinema. Where are the lightings located? In a cinema? Any idea? Or you don't go to cinemas? You don't go to cinema during this pandemic. But previously, anyone? In a cinema, where do you need the lightings? And what for? Say again? Where do you need the
The
lighting?
emergency room.
The screen.
Emergency room, yeah, the emergency route and the emergency exit. Yes, you do need that. The screen, well, of course, lah, you have the projected projected movie, right? But the lightings. Normally, when you go into the cinema, right, you have those lights, right, on the wall and so on. But then when the movie starts, okay, so the whole cinema will be dark out, except for several lightings. Yes, the emergency exit door. Basically, there's lights there saying that exit, and others.
Stair.
Yes, the staircase, the flight of stairs. Okay, whereby we do have a very low lux of light there. Okay, just to show that there's a flight of stairs there, so that you don't tumble down. Right. So for TV viewing, it's about 150 lux. Okay. Right. For cooking, it's 300. It's much more higher. But food preparation, you have 750 lux. Why? Because you are playing with knives, right? Choppers, parang sebagainya, right? So this is where you need to be very careful. You need to see everything, right? But then I watched this, what do you call that? Master Chef. Okay, the one with Gordon Ramsay. I hope you know him, Gordon Ramsay, one of the chefs, world chefs. So there was one participant that was blind. Okay, a lady that was blind. Okay, and she won the contest of the Master Chef, right? Okay, so going back to this topic, right? So you can see for writing, we do need 500 lux, and for studying, we need a much more higher lux. Okay, that's why sometimes students like to study. Okay, let's say if you are in the hostel, okay, everyone is asleep, so you study with only a study lamp. So make sure that lamp provides you sufficient enough of lux. Okay, so that you don't, what do you call that? You don't hurt your eyes, right? And also what you read, okay, could be digested accordingly, into your head, right? So these are the things. These are the ranges that I'm looking into your report. Okay, whether the first until the last report. So put in all these ranges as a reference. Okay, so that you do have some reliable reference to discuss on. Okay, with regards to the case studies. Okay, the procedure, same thing, but different equipment. Search at least 5 references, and I do believe you will be having more than 5. Because why? Putting the picture, you are referring to someone, right? Then you have 2 journals, is referring to 2 journals, so you have already 3. And maybe a few ranges, so maybe you have 4 or 5. And then other things that you refer to complete your report, maybe you'll be having 7 or 8 references. More the merrier, okay, but not too much, because normally when you have too many references, there will be a doubt whether you read or you do refer accordingly your references, right? So be realistic and be realistic. Okay, so your reference should have ample data on light level conditions, okay, collected at certain workplace and also locations. And this is where those data will be discussed, okay, in your report. Okay, the lab requirement, same also as the previous lab session. Okay, this is where I would like to comment on the proper steps to use the equipment here. So this is where if you refer to your objectives, right, the objective says, okay, should be able to use the portable lux meter, should be able to use the IAQ meter, should be able to use the sound level meter, right? So you yourself should be able to use this equipment. So this is where in the proper steps use the equipment, you don't copy and paste those step by step from any manuals or from any handbooks. There's no point of copying it into your report. And there's no point also for me to read it. I can just Google it. Say Google je lah, right? Apa saya nak baca? Okay, that also goes the same to your introduction. Introduce the equipment based on what do you know, based on what have you learned, not copy and paste it from the internet or from the brochure of the manufacturer brands, if on the website or not, because there's no point of copying it, and there's no point for me also to read it if it is copy and paste. All right, so please put it in your own words, right? So if you know, if you have read the step-by-step procedure, this is where you explain it back. You explain it back in your own words with support of pictures. Which button to hold, which setting to use, right? What type of batteries to use. Okay, label all the pictures, label everything so that it becomes very detailed, right? So about this, okay. And information as usual, at least 2 case studies, means that 2 venues, okay. More venues are most welcome, all right. If you want to compare more, no problem about that, okay. That will be much better, that will be very good, okay. But at least 2, okay. Make sure the venue is clearly stated. Where is it? Okay, put a photo of it. If you cannot find a photo of the workplace, maybe of the building, and if it is not possible, maybe of the location using Google Map or Google Street View, right? So you can just put it into your report. Okay, be as creative as you could to try, okay, to describe it to me, or not to me, to the panels. Just imagine other people are reading your report, okay, to other people about what actually you are doing and what actually you have done, right? Then present your results and data, right? So normally when you have results in terms of table like this, okay, you don't copy this, you don't snip this, and then you put it in the report and then you label it as table. Please do not do that. Okay, that's not table. That is a, what is that?
Figure.
Yes, that is a figure. Yes, that is figure. Although this is a table, right? But if you copy it like this and you put it into your what do you call that? Into your um, report, like mine here, it doesn't becomes a table. It becomes a figure, right? It becomes a figure, right? So this is where, if you do have a table like this, right? So what should you do? What should you do? Anyone?
Design ourselves.
Design yourself. Yes, design your own tables and write back these data inside this table, okay, into your data, and then make sure you cite the tables accordingly. You cite the tables accordingly, or the figures and whatnot. All right. So put in the results, okay, and then please do describe. Please do describe. Please do describe. I'm repeating this 3 times. Please do it. Please do describe, repeating it 4 times. Okay, your figures, your tables, anything that you put in besides the text, everything must be described. And besides describe, what do you need to do? You need to cross-refer it into your report. All right. Okay, and then you discuss the case studies, the results of the case study, okay, compare it, and maybe you would like to suggest interventions. Maybe there's no intervention there. Some of the researchers, sometimes they are using, some of the research that are being published, sometimes they only report what they have done, but not the solutions, not the intervention. So this is where you could suggest, and you could suggest your own interventions. You could suggest what should they do, okay, in your discussions. Okay, you can include pictures or whatnot. Just discuss anything, okay, that you would like into your report. Okay, and then draw the conclusions based on what you have found. Okay, and finally is your references. All right. So these are the assessment rubrics. Okay, so 50% goes to the contents and also introduction. Figures, table charts carries 20%. This include your cross-referencing and also your description, right? Caption and whatnot. Okay, discussion and conclusion. And then finally, 10% is your format and also your reference. Please do refer to the manuals writing for your captions, okay, for your cross-referencing, okay, and also for your headings. Right, so altogether we give you 100%, and from the 100%, I will take 10%. That will be your marks individually for your whole 100% total marks of assignment. That is your lab report. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, doctor.
Right. So again, when should you submit? 2 weeks after the final um, lab session. Okay, that is the 5th lab session that we will finish in the first week of May. Right. Second week of May will be having. This is 22nd April. Okay, so this is week 4, right? Week 3, sorry, week equipment 3, equipment 4, equipment 5, and then this week here we'll be having we will be having our Hari Raya and also midterm break, right? So this first week, and then we have the second week here, right? So the second week here will be your test, right? So upon finishing your test, this is where you will submit your lab report and compilation of the lab reports, right? Again, your threshold for your turning in should be below than 30%. If it is more than 30%, I will look into which lab report contributes to the highest, and basically that particular student having to has his or her lab report contributing to the most highest 30%, more than 30% of similarity index. Okay, so somehow the marks for that particular student will be penalized, right? And this is the cover for your lab report assessment form. So please make sure this is the front cover. Front cover. I do need this front cover because after reading your report, I'll be giving the marks here, and these are your final scores, basically, right? Please make sure you do put this in the front cover. Okay. Saya kena ulang banyak kali sebab kadang sometimes we do remind many times, but then when it comes to submission, there's another cover in front, and this is the second cover. So no need for that. Just put this as the front cover. Okay. Any questions on this? Any question?
For me, no, sir.
Okay, right. So I'll be sharing the video. Okay. This is a brief video demonstration by Tuan Haji Abdul Halimina on our light level oximeter that is available at the Ergonomics laboratory. Right. So can you hear this?
Di sini saya ingin menerangkan.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
So let's watch this short video, okay, for the demonstration. Right.
Di sini saya ingin menerangkan berkenaan dengan peralatan yang kedua yang kita gunakan untuk sesi latihan amali makmal di dalam amal ergonomik, iaitu light level lux meter. Jenama yang kita guna adalah daripada Testo model 440 yang merupakan device oleh-alih menggunakan bateri kering bersaiz AA sebanyak 3 biji. Okay. Alat ini diperolehi pada tahun 2019, 26 hari bulan 2 dengan harga RM13,500. Alat ini berfungsi untuk mengukur kadar pencahayaan ataupun kecerahan pada sesuatu ruang per unit luas. Ianya hanya boleh digunakan di dalam ruang yang tertutup ataupun di dalam bangunan sahaja, dan dilarang untuk digunakan di bawah cahaya matahari kerana ianya boleh merosakkan probe.
Okay, that's it. Right. So how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Anyone? Can you hear me? Or am I lagging? Anas, Azhar, how much does it cost, Anas? Is Anas here, Muhammad Anas bin Azhar?
Yes, sir.
Yes, how much does it cost, Anas? How much does it cost? No idea or not paying attention? Muhammad Fazwan bin Muhammad Isa, how much does it cost, Muhammad Fazwan? Muhammad Fazwan, are you here, Muhammad Fazwan? Is Muhammad Fazwan here? Okay, Muhammad Hafiz bin Aziz, are you here, Muhammad Hafiz bin Aziz? Or you just switch on the session and then you go away? Muhammad Hafiz, are you here, Muhammad Hafiz? Okay, Nur Safwani, are you here?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, how much does it cost just now?
13,500.
13,500, yes, right? So it is very, very expensive, right? So that's why when you're allowed to borrow all these equipments, basically, right? Okay, so because of it is very, very expensive, that's why normally we do charge the students, not the students, people's outside, some deposit if they want to. Wait, I'm having some problem here. Okay, right, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
doctor.
So because it is very expensive, so we do charge students, okay, we do charge people outside of UiTM system is certain deposit to borrow this equipment, right? But if the students wants to borrow it, normally we'll be lending it to them for about 3 days, right? And we have experienced one of the what do you call that? Ergonomic equipment at the ergonomic laboratory. Okay, the EMG, the SEME, surface electromyography, being used by one of the FYP students, and it has 16 transmitters and one transmitter. Okay, the wires somehow were broken, right? Terputus, and one transmitter cost 7,000. Sorry, one transmitter cost 7,000. Okay, so just multiplied by 17. Okay, so the whole equipment somehow costs about 150K, right? So so that's why when you use all these equipments, make sure you use it, okay, very, very careful, right? And treat it as your own belongings lah. Okay. Well, I do hope, because of ODL, you can simply switch on your MS Teams, right, without being in front of the laptop or whatnot, right? So that's something beyond my control, right? But as long as what is being conveyed, okay, could be digested by you guys, okay, so that you are able to do well, okay, in your writings, in your reports, okay, in your tests, okay. So hopefully that could be applied lah, okay. But I do need some commitment, so that you can show that you are really interested in this class, okay, because there are certain students, there are a few students that is texting me, okay, saying whether the student could join the class or not, right? Okay, so so I do hope, okay, you don't just switch on the okay, let's everyone switch on your camera for a while. Can I see your camera, your faces now? Just a com check. Oh, masih lah pakai tudung. Yes, Hajjaj, how are you? Congratulations to Hajjaj for having completing, right, his Katia certification, right? So that will be a very valuable certificate for you, okay, Okay, value added. How much does it cost, Ayaj? $15K, right? 15K. But yours was being sponsored, is it? Right, by Mari, being sponsored, right? So I do, me myself don't have that certification for Katia, right? So it's good to have, right? Good to have. Tak ada orang nak sponsor saya, right? So with Hajjaj having that certificate, okay, you are able to be instructors, okay, certified instructors to teach other people, okay, how to use Katia lah. Okay, sorry, I need to mute all, right? Okay, so cantik semua kan, semua depan PC, baik. Tak ada yang baring baring-baring ke, kan? Nak kata makan-makan tak boleh pula kan, kantor pula ni. Alright, okay, so just to have a com check lah, so that you are with me. Okay, so there's about one hour left. Okay, so I do hope everyone could team up again in your group, okay, and then start to discuss about your third lab report today, right? So I do hope you have started to do or maybe completed. Okay, maybe I've already completed your previous lab reports, right? So I do hope you don't wait until the end, until the fifth report, and then you want to do it, because at that time we do have our Hari Raya, right? Raya pun dekat sini je lah, tak boleh balik kampung kan. And also after Hari Raya, you do have your first test for your test week. Right? So please do it early, because your submission will be after your test week. Okay, any questions? Mardia, you were the one, the first session having the connection outside of your house, was it? No? Maybe it's another person, Maybe it's another person from another class. When I was conducting the first class, so I required everyone to open their camera. So one of the, is it you, Madia? No? Bukan,
Yes, sir.
No. Okay, right. Is it you? No. Right. So I found that one of the students was sitting outside in her garage. So she said the connection was bad inside the house, right? So dekat luar garage, right? So last year we heard about students having to climb trees in Sabah, Sarawak. So basically that is true. That is true. Cerita benar lah, right? So well, if you do have any problems in your connections and cannot join the class or whatnot, please do inform me. Okay, please do inform me, because I do monitor your attendance, because I need to send the reports to the office, okay, every month. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, right, so I'll be leaving you guys with your groups to discuss after this. Please do discuss, because I do believe that, well, during this ODL, it's very hard for you to meet up together. Okay, everyone has their own chores, okay, their own things to do. Okay, maybe some of you, anyone here, selling anything at bazaar? Ada meniaga bazar Ramadan? Right, I do have some of my students meniaga bazar Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, bagus. Cuma lately the weather is a bit rainy, right? So I think we don't have anything else, right? So I would like to thank everyone that has joined this session. So next week, inshallah, I'll be briefing you guys on the mini project requirements, right? Okay, so please stay tuned with the classes. So with that, I would like to wish you selamat berbuka. Sekarang pukul 3. Selamat berbuka petang ni, right? Yang berniaga, selamat berniaga, right? Yang pergi bazar Ramadan tu jaga-jaga sikit, right? Lelaki itu jangan nak macam awet je pergi bazar Ramadan. So I think that's all for today. So let's wrap up this session by reciting Tasbih Kafarah Surah Al-As. Okay, so you can look for the lab sheet in UFuture, and also in the lab session folder under lab 3. So by that, I would like to dismiss the session with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a nice evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Right,
Thank you,
welcome.
Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Right, selamat buka.
Okay.
Thank you,